Okay, I'm back, and we were just talking about Gary Harris at Harris Service Center, and I needed to look up the effective rate sheet. So I was going to show you how you could determine how much money you can save him just using our effective rate sheet. So, kind of a recap. We found out what his total sales volume was, how many transactions he had, what his average ticket was $222.16. We calculated his current effective rate, which is 1.51. And so what I want to do is go look on the effective rate sheet and find an average ticket that's close to this 222 sales volume. So now, by the way, whenever you print off your effective rate sheet, if you will just if you will open it up in the Excel sheet and then hit the print button, it'll print this off in a PDF file. But of course, you can see the effective rate sheets and how they work. So I went ahead and numbered mine in the top corner here. But if you go over to page 7, I actually, just to make a note here, I actually looked it up on TriSource first and went to the 200. I couldn't really get close to. I had like a 209 and a 227, and one of them was set up on tiered, which, I mean, you could actually quote somebody tiered if you wanted to and just adjust that a little bit, but we're doing cost plus pricing. So what I did is I flipped on over to pivotal section, and I found over here on page 7 there was an automotive store called Smith Automotive, and their average ticket was $215. They did $21,000. They paid $335. Their effective rate was a 1.57%. That's what we have them at, and we got them marked up at 30 basis points and 9 cents. 30 basis points and 9 cents. So with this customer here, if I'm looking at his, he's at a 1.51, so he actually kind of has a better deal than Smith Automotive, but I got 30 basis points to work with and 9 cents. And so if I want to lower him by 15 basis points, we would still make 15 to 20 basis points on this account. So just to make it simple for you guys, just say, well, you want to cut it in half. 15 basis points savings on $23,000 is the $34.65. And then when you look back there at some of the other fees, you always want to check in the back for like non-compliance, PCI non-compliance. We have a department that will help keep customers compliant. Just talk to Orianne about that. And so we'll eliminate the fee there. They're on some kind of, I don't know. These companies offer all kinds of stuff. Platinum Advantage program. And sometimes they'll stack in about, an extra, in this case, about $26.72 in extra fees, on top of their current profit. So you could offer him $60.37 or a $724 savings for the year. Or if he gets on our cash back program, so we're kind of giving the customer choice. On the cash back program, here's how you explain that. Okay, you're currently at your current rate. We're just going to go ahead and guarantee we'll save you 5%. I think we'll try this, 5% for, a month or two and see how that works out. So 5% is real simple. Multiply it times their fees. We're going to save them 5% on their fees. They paid $349. 5% of that, $17.49. But then how much are we going to save them on the cash back program? Well, the way that you explain that is that what we're going to do, it's called a cashback program. We go ahead and profile. We go ahead and put our customers. We got about 6 sales reps that are working, and this right here is just where I kind of started a sheet of customers that we've got that we're going to probably board here in the next couple of weeks, and they have a sales volume. And so basically what we're doing on our cashback is we take our sales volume and we give you 3 basis points of whatever that sales volume is. So in this case here, if it were this sales volume, the customer on roughly 8 customers is $475,000 in business volume. At a 3 basis points, they would actually get $148 a month in a check that would be rebated back to them, or a direct deposit. We'll probably start out with checks and then eventually do a direct deposit. Now this is an example of what you can show them. I took a sample statement from our current at Alpha Card, or some current customers that we have, and you'll also find that on there. But if we just use this customer, and basically what we're doing is, you don't have to really explain them exactly how we do it, but what we're doing is we're doing it by every 8th customer. So we're tracking it, so we can track it in Excel form. So every 8th customer that we bring on board, we go ahead and put that in to the sales volume for that particular store that signs up that day. So on the 8th customer, they will get they'll be paid on that cashback volume. So but all they need to know is, it's 8 customers, and for this particular guy that we're going to present to Gary Harris, is that he would get an additional $95 check that's mailed back to him in a cash rebate. So if I take that $95 and add that to the upfront savings of $1745, if I add those two together, and looks like I need to add that up real quick, $1749 plus roughly $95, that's $112 a month savings with our cashback program versus $60. We almost doubled his savings on our cashback program. So Mr. Merchant, which one would work best for you? Okay, so I'm trying to make this real simple for you guys to be able to understand how to analyze a merchant statement. So I'm going to go over a second one here. I'm trying to keep these videos to 10 minutes so I can upload them on YouTube. I've got 7 minutes on this one, but so as a recap, again, you need to know the effective rate of their current effective rate, and you get the effective rate by the fees paid divided by the sales volume. And then we can use our effective rate sheet once you've gotten the average ticket. It's all based upon average ticket. So you also need to know the effective rate, what the average ticket is, and what their sales volume is, and what their fees are. So when you look at a merchant statement, what's your sales volume? How many transactions did you do, which gives you your average ticket? And what were the fees that you paid for that sales volume? When you know those things, you can analyze a statement and come up with a current effective rate. You find that average ticket on here like we did with Gary Harris Automotive. You find something that's close. If it's relatively close, you're going to be pretty accurate. Maybe we're within $10 or something of the average ticket. So Smith Automotive was at $2.15. Gary's at $2.22 at $7. He was at a 157. Smith Automotive's at a 157. He's currently at a 151. So basically, if I cut that 30 basis points in half and subtract 15 from a 151, I could tell him that his effective rate is going to be 1.51 minus 0.15%. 1.51 minus 0.15 equals, he's going to be around a 1.35%. Now, if we do that's on the effective rate, so we reduce his effective rate to 1.36%. But if he does the cashback program, what you would do is take his current fees, $349, minus the what was the total on that? 17.49 plus 95 equals 112.49. So then you take the what he currently paid, $349 minus the 112, 112 equals 237. Divide that by the sales volume, 23,105, and his new effective rate, move your decimal place over 2 places, is a 1.02%. So with this one, his effective rate would be a 1.02%, and with just the straight up savings, his effective rate would be a 1.35%. So Gary, which one would work best for you? The cashback program, where over the next 2 to 3 months we drive your effective rate down to a 1.02%, that's based upon our business volume, being able to do the cashback reprogram? Or would it be just the straight up front 1.35% and you don't participate in the cashback program? Which one do you think would work best for you? Now, of course, on the cashback program, we're going to guarantee you savings of 5% up front. Okay, and then he makes the choice. Once he says, I think I'll do the cashback program, then you get this merchant information sheet out of your folder and say, this is what we need to fill out, and you want to print this off and have it in your folder, merchant information sheet. And I uploaded those in the folder, and I kind of gave us a little bit more space down here for the signature of the merchant. But this right here gives us the ability to for their signature for application purposes, and we can put them on whichever network. Most likely we're going to be using WorldPay and AlphaCard. On this one here, it's probably going to be WorldPay because of the upfront money. And so I'm at 11 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this and then start another video.